Take.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are privileged and happy to introduce our guest, Mr. Roy. He will explain you from where now, and we'll be meeting him today. And Mr. Roy.
Yes, pleasure to meet you again.
Welcome, Mr. Roy. Welcome to India. Welcome to Polar Goldfields, and welcome to MDPC TV. Thank you. We'd like to know.
Yes.
We'd like to know. Just you can introduce yourself.
Yeah, so I am a student in Aalto University, Helsinki, Finland, and originally coming from Israel. And a year ago I came here by coincidence, a part of my exchange program in Bangalore. And I was quite amazed by the scenery and the people and the way that history is both being ignored and remembered here in multitude of ways.
So you came to Bangalore on exchange education basis?
Yes, for my master's program.
To Bangalore.
Yeah.
From there you visited KGF, or you heard
Yeah, I
about
took the train.
you heard about KGF from there?
I haven't heard about KGF before, but we were doing a project about the railway, and a part of that research we needed to use the railway, that specific one of these railways.
I see.
And
what's your study about railway and all, how it connected?
So they just wanted to improve the railway system inside Bangalore, but I kind of like kept exploring why the railway actually came to Bangalore and what was this path used for originally.
Good, nice.
So then when I understood that like the most active part of this path was used for like extracting gold, and so when of course like all of the railways were built in order to mobilize capital, of course, for the British, but now the idea is that it is being used for Indians, for the common good. But there is like in every railway there is like has its like every part of the railway has its own history that begs to be exposed if it's not already. And somehow for me it was a mystery that KGF there are so many historians, local historians here, so many local narratives, and so many relics scattered around. And there are like, it seems like it's not on the tourism map at all. Nobody knows about it. And the story of KGF, it is such a unique story from like so many different perspectives that you can of course tell about. And I'm here only to learn. And also, aspect of learning, I'm also looking forward into ways to incorporate new technologies such as 3D scanning, 3D printing, and different ways to use local materials plus the local cultures, the local narratives, in order to create art that is both echoing the past and also trying to sound the voices of the people of the present and the problems that exist in the present. Like, for example, the water contamination because of the cyanide mud. And so that, for example, these tailings are part of what I'm trying to explore, how to use these tailings in different ways, how to use the tailings in order to
you went from
expose the culture from the local point of view. Of course, all of the researchers that I'm using are local researchers by local historians, as yourself, for example, and for that, and by that I'm trying to both, use the waste, upcycle the waste, and also expose the culture. So that's my project here.
That's why you brought, KGF brought you here. You are a Columbus to KGF. You are a Columbus to KGF?
Ah,
To
yeah.
find out
Yeah.
Columbus,
Columbus?
to find America.
Yeah, like a Columbus.
You
But
came
but I'm a Columbus that wants to use already available information
Yeah.
from the locals and not to invent information myself.
Okay.
So-
What happened to your program? You completed it, your theory or your thing which you came for to Bangalore?
Yeah,
Project-
that program was like a temporary program,
project.
and my project is actually the project that I'm doing as of now. Is my thesis? But actually, it's like my thesis project from my master's degree. Yeah, this is the one that we're working.
This particular program in KGF, what you're trying to do
Mhm.
or doing, is it of your own or you got
Yeah, it's a completely independent program.
independent?
Yeah.
I see. So it requires some funds and all. How you managing that? I'm sorry if it's personal. I don't.
No, it's completely fine.
Because coming all the way from there,
Yeah.
meeting all the expenses,
So
so
when-
to do something like that.
So when I'm not here, I'm there, and when I'm there, I work.
Ah.
So I save money, and also the university helped me a little bit, not a lot, but like some symbolically, like they helped with the flight. So that was a big thing.
How many times you came to KGF?
This is the second time already. I've been
First
here
time
for 3 months last year, and this time.
3 months last year. What were you doing? What were you doing in KGF? You came to KGF?
Yeah, so last time I was mainly reading materials and looking for more reading
Reading
materials
to understand
and meeting the people, like just meetings and understanding what sort of potential is exists here in every corner, and which has completely mind-blown me. That's why I came back. I came back actually in order to execute these plans. And of course there were some surprises and things never go as planned. But yeah, hopefully we will be able in the end of this month, before the end of this month, to build a small and modest exhibition that kind of like reflects on my efforts and also some efforts of the people that I collaborate with, some archivists, some artists as yourself. So if we'll be able to curate such a thing, that would be wonderful.
So after the exhibition, you're going to arrange an exhibition like that. You want to show some of the thing. I mean, what you making or with the local people, artists,
Yeah.
like that.
So
What are you going to achieve from that?
okay, so for me, I'm interested in these kind of collaborations for my art. So I'm interested in to see how the way that I approach people and the way that our relationship is evolving, what kind of visual material can we achieve from that? From kind of like our both colluding interests.
Yeah,
What can be achieved from that? And this is from my side.
that's fine.
From KGF side, so for example, these 3D scanning and 3D printing technologies are technologies that I am implementing here. So there is this one sculptor and his son that I'm teaching them how to use these technologies and how to apply this.
Are you going to market it?
I'm not an artist. I'm not marketing anything.
So, as you said, KGF.
Yeah.
People trying to extract name, and you must have watched the recent movie.
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with anything of the people or improvement
Yeah.
of the street, nothing.
That's
So they utilize the name of it
Exactly.
in that way. But it's got a very bad story, very sad story here. People after closure, they survive, they don't get any support from the government or nor the politicians. They started themselves. I mean, those days, in our time, one family, head of the family will be working, 5 children will be there. They have to study, and you will be taking care. Now the things slowly changed. I don't know, the survival may be there. So every youngster, they started working. Some of them, at least their house, some 3 people are working. They were their own, they are settled.
Yeah.
But they've got still more to do with it. They are the people, they studied, in the European times, they learned the dedication and the work thing, culture. Those days, it's gradually coming down, of course.
Yeah.
To the nature of it, the landscape of it, It was called Mini England once, if you must be knowing. So the nature and the landscape was so beautiful those days. I don't know, we are trying to get, shall any chance by the thing, grace of God, the old times will be returning or something like that. Unless the people there.
Yeah, but these are fantasies,
Yeah.
And I think that if we look at what's already available, I think that KGF is already in a place that it's quite beautiful and interesting as it is, as of now. And I also believe that these stories, not stories, this is the truth, what you're telling. And this part of the past needs to be told. It needs to be told with the part of yes, it was Little England, but people were exploited here extremely by the Brits. But there was also their point of view. So all of these things can be, I believe, that they can be incorporated in self-initiated tourism industry. Nothing that needs to be supported by the government. Only inviting people to tour around. No investment in facilities, no investment in anything. Day trip from Bangalore, people taking the train, local guides showing around, telling the stories. Nothing more than that, because the stories are mind-blowing. The place is, as I see it, breathtaking. So I think that KGF has a lot to offer as of now. And as I know also, I talked with some tourism guys from Israel, and they told me that tourists are usually stuck in Bangalore for one day because it's a transfer point. Nobody wants to actually visit Bangalore, but Bangalore is kind of like transfer station. And so people are there for one day, and she asked me where would people go? And I told her, let them go to KGF for one day. So, and she said, I told her, yeah, it's 2 hours train ride, and she said, that's perfect, that's exactly what we need.
Exactly.
And I told her the story, and she was like, why